What's up, guys? This is Alex.
It's your boy Big Ive.
And this is the So Alive podcast. We're back.
It's been a while, man. How long has it been?
Man, it's
been a while. A couple weeks. Been a month, maybe.
About a month, yeah.
About a month.
Sorry, y'all.
I mean, life is crazy. Not to be sad or anything. I had my grandmother passed away, so
Same here.
And his grandmother passed away. It was just a crazy series of events. But we're back now.
Yes.
And we're recovered and we're mentally stable. We're ready to go.
Yes.
You feel we got a lot to talk about. But the first thing we're going to talk about today is why my man got a suit on. It didn't tell me he was going to wear. Why you didn't tell me he was going to wear a suit? I look like I should be holding your water right now.
No, bro. So, long story short, I'm trying to get some of this money that you talk about I'll be having.
Everybody know you got that money.
I wish I had that money. All right. So,
who you look like today?
They say I look like Boris Kojo and what you say earlier, the politician?
Cory Booker. More like Cory Booker than
Alex
Boris
for president.
Whoa, blooper.
I'm tripping. It's all good.
Nah, but hopefully you get that deal, man. You look clean, you look fresh, you shine, looking good.
Hey, I see you though. You've been hitting the gym. You got the swole muscles and stuff.
Man, I pay for these.
Yo, you see
they come
this?
off before I go to bed.
Oh, you got gallons of milk right there, bro.
Hey, man, been working out, bro.
Yeah.
Working out, man. Gotta keep up.
So what's new with you?
Hey, man, I feel clear right now.
That's a good
I feel clear right now. It's been stuffy the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Was in New Jersey, been back here, had a birthday, turned 32.
Yeah,
you feel me? So I had a celebration.
Happy birthday,
you know, and then it's just been up and down, man. Thanks for coming out, by the way. We had a great time.
Yeah,
we popped some bottles, got a little tipsy, but now we back.
We back, and we're clear, we're focused, we on point. You know, and we've been talking about giving you guys good and better content.
We've been planning a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot better. A lot to talk about.
Yeah, expect a lot more consistency out of us moving forward. So I know there's been one topic, man, we've been sitting on. You know me, I gotta get straight to the point. We've been having these talks on the side.
Is this gonna be one of the topics where I have to butt you in?
You're gonna have to butt me on this because I think we both agree on this.
Okay.
My thought process is if you can't build with them, then don't chill with them.
All right, Johnny Cochran.
Bring something to the table.
So that's what we're doing. Bring something to the table?
Bring something to the table as the topic for today.
Okay. Now, you're not talking about across the board.
Across the board, from relationships to friendships to, even with us, right?
Okay.
I got to make sure I bring my A game to the table because you're going to be like, yo, what the hell am I doing this with you for if you ain't on your shit?
Of course. I'll call you out.
Yeah, you call me. Guys, you'll call me out quick. And I appreciate that about you. I got to let that be known. So,
thanks, man.
all right. So, what are your initial thoughts on bringing something to the table?
Ooh.
What is your definition of bringing something to the table?
Man, that's tough. I mean, it's tough to articulate. Okay. I think it's more of a transferable feeling, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like a barter. And not in the sense like you do something, I do something, but if you bring something to the table, it's kind of like, okay, we start at zero, and we're building equity amongst each other, or credit. It could be equity or credit, either one.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you're just bringing credit and no one is bringing anything, then that's just like debt, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
I'm accumulating too much debt in this friendship, right?
Yeah.
My time,
Seriously.
my money,
right.
my emotion,
right.
All types of things. So when I think about bringing something to the table, the first thing is just some type of reciprocal, some type of reciprocity in regards to exchange of emotion, time, energy, X, Y, or Z, right?
I can feel that, yeah. So, all right, so let's just start off on the friendship level. What is...
I'll drop you like a hot cake. You got me confused. You got me confused.
I'm just saying.
You got me. Not you personally, but I think that in my 32 years on this earth, I can say 32 now. My 32 years on this earth, I've had different seasons. For myself at least, right? So maybe in my adolescence and teen years, depending on where I was living, what I was thinking, what stakes I've had in my life, I would do different things. So I had different friends. You know, and sometimes you move out of one season into another. Like, you can't wear winter clothes in the summer, right? So, you know, so like when you're transitioning in life, you know, you may put clothes in the closet.
Yeah.
You could be a hoarder, you know, but I've definitely left a lot of friendships. I don't need closure to leave friendships, especially if I know why I'm leaving is the right reason.
Yeah.
You know.
Nah, for real. You know, and the funny thing is, I used to think back then, it wasn't until recently I accepted it. But you had to make an announcement when you would leave somebody alone. And you don't have to do that, you know, as you get older, because it's like you said, when you know, everything else falls in place, you know, and that person kind of want to get left behind, in my opinion. And I may be ranting right now, but I personally.
But you don't have a lot of friends, though.
I don't. For that reason, I think.
So are you the problem?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I'm very selective. You know, I'm an introvert at heart.
And a demisexual.
He's
a demisexual, ladies and gentlemen.
I
still haven't Googled it yet. I don't know what it means.
I only went on one date this year, y'all. One. But
you don't even know the definition of a date.
That's true. But everybody's definition is different. She brought something to the table.
We're gonna talk about that next.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that next. We're not gonna talk about that. I can't
do that.
We're not gonna talk because he only been on one date, so she probably's watching this.
Yeah, nah.
I'm not gonna do that.
Love you, girl.
All right. But about the friendships though. So one thing I noticed is that, you know, you don't keep a lot of people around, right? And neither do I. You know, but I have a lot of people, not in Dallas, but different locations. So I would say I have a lot of associates. Yeah. You know, but you don't really speak of many people. Why is that?
I personally think I want to say trust issues in a way, because it's like, and even then too, I'm so focused on building my own table, right? That, you know, like, I was listening to a song earlier today, Generational Wealth. Payroll Giovanni, he's from Detroit.
Oh, I don't know. Was he on Big Sean album?
He was on Big Sean album.
Okay, he was the one that was rapping off beat?
Back-to-back winning, back-to-back business. Like, he was talking that talk. And so, he's always been like one of the best in Detroit. But, you know, it's that thought process to where it's like, I can't build nobody else up until I build myself up. The old saying is that you can't help nobody until you help yourself. Or if you don't help yourself first, what makes you think you can help somebody else?
Because everybody's bringing something to the table, though.
Yeah, I mean, true. Strength in numbers.
That is true.
But you gotta have the right people in your circle.
And that's also true.
It's a lot more takers in this world than there are providers. We're providers, which is why we move how we move. Yeah. We're kings. So it's like, you won't allow no bullshit energy in your circle.
But if you're a provider and you're a king, right? When somebody's in your presence and they're not, I mean, I think it all depends on what you feel is brought to the table is valuable enough, right? Because someone can be giving you their best in a friendship and it's still not shit.
Yeah.
And you be like, it's not enough.
But that's you knowing your value as a king. You want to allow nobody, I mean, and granted, you're going to push them to bring out the best. You know, you do that with me. Yeah. You know, he's like, hey, Alex, video quality, is it up to par? Oh, you messed up on the grammar side. Yeah. And so that's our job as leaders, to bring out the best in somebody. And if somebody can't meet it, then they just can't meet it. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think in our Instagram/social media society, we've been taught to judge people. Yeah. Hardcore. Yeah. So what about you? What's your thought process?
I usually don't let people in that quickly. Yeah. So I have this weird ability where I can be friendly, but not befriend you. Right? So I can be like super nice to you. I'll be like a real casual, calm. I'll be like, oh, I like that guy. I want to see him again. I want to keep him around. But I have like, and it's not leading you on in a platonic standpoint to be a friendship, but part of it is like just being cordial, or at least trying to be. Right? And then from that point, there's an old saying, you keep them how you meet them. Right? So a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll play basketball. Right? Let's say on Sunday we play basketball. Yeah. And I meet you on the basketball court. And I come back next Sunday, I see you again. We play basketball. Then the next time I play basketball. Now you're my basketball friend. Yeah. You have no business coming to my you my basketball friend. Like, why am I bring you to you're not my club friend. You're not my come to my mama house friend. Like, you my basketball friend. So I gotta keep you how I meet you until you prove yourself otherwise.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, a lot of people would bring people out of that environment into somewhere else and get upset when that person doesn't bring anything to the table.
Seriously.
When they had no business sitting there in the first place. So I've been very good at compartmentalizing how I interact with people.
Right.
So you only see you when we at the club, or you only hit me when you at the pool, and it's like, because you my pool, I call you when it's pool time, right? You know, so I don't ever really get in situations where I'm in a friendship where I feel like somebody's not bringing something to the table. When I feel like I have to sunset a friendship, it sucks.
Yeah.
But if I walk away from one, then I'm pretty sure that it's done.
Yeah.
Because I believe friendships should be communicative, right? We should be able to communicate. We should be able to call each other out. We should understand when I'm right and wrong.
Right.
If I do something wrong, like we had a situation, about last week, right? And I'm like, I want to know, like, hey, this is what, like, was I wrong? Like, this is what happened, and I want the feedback, right? So that could be bringing something to the table. It's not always tangible. So when I decide to sunset a friendship because of not bringing something to the table, I'll be more upset that I misjudged. I didn't listen to my gut, or I broke a rule that I had in place to protect myself.
Yeah, man. So how do you evolve that mind state in a way?
Mm-hmm.
Because what happens is, I know for me personally, I've been one of those people to where I kick back on that first gut reaction. I'm like, some bullshit. Good person, he good. He ain't gonna cross me. He ain't gonna do this. She ain't gonna do that. And then all of a sudden, moving down the road,
the person take, and not bring anything to the table. I think it has to do with my training. Right? I'm like a special agent. I never told you this, right? So my special agent, Men in Black. So I grew up in an environment. I told you this before. Yeah. Where very like Detroit, Detroit, Chicago, Newark, New Jersey, Oakland, California. There's so many. Some places in Atlanta, Florida. Like there's hoods everywhere, right? And I feel that before you acquire things that are tangible, that people can see and touch and take from you, like the first thing that you had that was valuable, or that was like some type of equitable, was how people treat you. Right? And that's why Nick said, I'm from a place where people die from their respect. Right? So the way that people respect you and treat you was currency. Right? Just as much as money. If you don't have any money, right, in an environment where nobody really has money, the way people treat you and talk about you is valuable. Right? So that was step one. So I learned to really watch people on how like they interact with me, their facial expressions, how pensive they look when they talk to you, how they move their hands when they talk to you, their body language, their shoulder. Like I can read a person. Like you gotta look at the body language. You gotta listen to what they're saying, how they're saying it. All that type of things kind of really give you it's like an equation. And it tells you like, don't trust this person. Right? So
on your radar.
It's a radar. So I already read if I'm wrong, then I'll be upset at myself. And I'll go into this emotional spiral like, oh, I can't believe I hurt somebody. Oh, like I'll be mad. But like most of the times I believe what I've seen, because it was from a time in my life where that meant life or death, right? So now I'm not in that environment no more. Like we're overlooking some water right now, right? It's a different situation, but the rules still apply, because the people that I interact with now, they don't have that same type of background. So now it could be women, it could be, guys trying to like, oh man, I'm about to finesse him. Like, but I've seen it all. It's a repeatable thing that you can do in different situations. So
that's the real. So what are the things that you make sure that you bring to the table as a friend?
Ooh, you still on friendships? I'm ready to get nasty.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. In a friendship, first thing I always look for is like honesty, loyalty, integrity, like the intangibles. Like it has nothing to do with how much money you have. It has nothing to do with how you dress. It has nothing to do with your sexual orientation. It has nothing to do with your gender. It has nothing to do with any of that stuff. I have friends who are gay. I have friends who are, up and down the spectrum of different.
Yeah.
So that has nothing to do with it,
Yeah.
right? So I look for, how do you communicate? Do you do the right thing when I'm not looking?
Yeah.
Right? Integrity is big.
Yeah.
Loyalty. And I'm not saying you got to be my obedient servant.
Yeah.
But when you're the friends that or people from other environments come around, you gonna throw me under the bus. You gonna you gonna hold me down because I'm the type of person that I feel that as I've grown, even if I can't do it 100%, I try to do it to some type of capacity of not putting emotions on people that I wouldn't want put on me. Right? So I don't want to embarrass you if I wouldn't want to be embarrassed. Yeah. Right? Sure. I don't want to hurt you if I wouldn't want to be hurt. Yeah. So I try to just create that type of environment where it's listen, this is how we're going to interact. And I kind of put that in place by the way you interact with me. Yeah. I'll shut some shit down real quick. Yeah. We're not doing that, right? Yeah. That ain't happening here. Yeah. Face change, everything. He's not playing. It's serious. Yeah.
Boundaries.
Yeah. Boundaries. But that's really it, man. What about you?
Yeah. For me, I guess the one thing I try to make sure that I bring to the table, one is loyalty, right? Which is why I don't befriend everybody.
That's why you here, man.
Yo.
Give me some dab.
Boom. And literally, but if you think about it, when we had our first one, I was like, yo, we're going to do this. We're going to do this for a moment. Yeah. Because I'm big on loyalty. And same thing, the integrity part. Yeah. The way you move with others is how you going to move with me. Yeah. It's only a matter of time. People say people interact differently with different people. No. If they'll cross one person, they'll cross you. Definitely. It's only a matter of time before they do so with you. It's just a matter your expiration date is coming. Yeah. That's all it is.
It happens.
Yeah. So, with me, I try to make sure I provide the same morals, honesty, and even then, if it's a working relationship, I try to make sure that I outwork you. No matter what the case is, Alex will try to match you to some degree.
I can give you that.
I just try my best, and that's about it. The same thing with people. I expect the same in return. If I'm loyal to you, be loyal to me. If I'm honest with you, be honest with me. If I'm working hard, you work hard. Same thing. I try not to overthink it.
Yeah.
But the moral compass is a big one for me.
For sure.
Because I won't talk about you behind your back. I don't want you talking about me behind my back. And what the old saying is, it's I don't sit at tables where I'm the topic if I get up.
I never heard that.
But that's one of those things.
I'm gonna keep it in my back pocket. So when somebody say, I'm I heard that. I never heard that one. Yeah. But that's true. I can feel that. Yeah. Hopefully it's good things. Man, he got lots of money.
Hopefully it's good things. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But 9 times out of 10 in today's world.
I'll make it to the shade room first.
Shade room first, bro.
People under your comments going off why he got a suit on?
Yeah. As soon as I log off, but seriously. But then, as far as relationships go,
there we go.
You gotta take it.
There we go.
You gotta take it there.
Time to get nasty.
Nasty. Ultra nasty.
We focusing on you though. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
No. But we gonna focus.
We focusing on the demisexual today.
Oh man, nah. Trust me. That whole deal. Bro, I thought I was ready for a relationship.
Whoa.
Or today.
Topic switch. Go ahead.
I understand. I thought I was ready for
today. Today.
Not today. No.
Oh, okay.
A couple weeks ago, and then I played myself. I went out one time.
You ain't tell me.
The girl was fine, man. She was fine, but she was cool. She was cool as hell. But
why you tell me you told me you want a date?
Yeah, I told you.
You gotta tell me. We gonna talk about this. You see me holding my chest. We gonna talk about this. You didn't tell me anything about this.
Yeah, I went on one date, bro, and then she was cool as hell, and then I went, ooh.
You didn't go to Smash Burger, right?
No. We went to
okay.
We went to some, went to a little nice joint, a little lamb chop.
Little lamb chop. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So did she not bring something to the table?
She brought some stuff to the table, man. We were compatible. Even our signs. I'm pretty sure it's the lashes. You want to hear? Capricorn and Taurus. Hey, hit my line, baby.
Yo, I cannot.
But look. All right. Go ahead. Give it back.
Who? I don't know. You a Capricorn?
No, I'm a Taurus.
You're a Taurus. My brother Taurus.
You said what?
My brother's a Taurus.
Oh, right. That's why we get along.
They talk too much, and they're not too much. But when they talk, they over exaggerate. Like, I'm getting all this money, man. I'm like, I got no money. Like, this is my brother.
We exaggerate. We exaggerate.
Y'all exaggerate everything.
That's our toxic trait.
Exaggerate everything, man.
You should see our relationship game is like that.
We interrupt this program to bring you
Yo, Mom! And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Do you feel like now since we transition out of like the platonic friendship into more like a relationship status, like it's kind of weird because when you talk about bringing something to the table, like as a man, do you feel like you got to build the table? Do you feel like you come with the table? Like, are you the table? And is she like, or is it like she be like, how does that even work? Because I feel like in 2020, like the whole idea of like a gender role is like blown out the water. It depends. It's a case by case depending on your relationship. So I always assume like, hey, you better have the table set.
Yeah.
And like whatever else you bring is extra. So I try to do too much. And that's why for a long time I usually pushed a lot of people away. Because I was just trying to build the table, set the table, like put the forks and spoons here. I was doing too much with it. You know, I was doing too much with the table. Yeah. But a part of a partnership is like you got to trust that the person at the table too.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I don't know.
So in a way, are you saying that you built the table?
So you're trying to get me in trouble.
I'm just saying, well, the way I'm interpreting it, maybe I'm overthinking it.
I feel like as a man, right? Eventually, at some point, I do want to have a family. At some point, right? Like that's your tribe. Like, you create your own tribe. You're the king of your tribe. Look what I did, right? Yeah. So before I even think about, you know, that setting of a family around a table, I was focused on building my own. I went to college. Not that it means you're successful, because you could be a business owner with no high school diploma and be very wealthy, right? Yeah. But I was doing what I thought was right to be successful. I went to college, I went to grad school, you know, I moved around state to state, taking different opportunities, like starting a business. Like I was doing a lot. So I felt like no matter where I landed, I would have my own table regardless. Yeah. Because I'm down to eat alone, right? So when you meet someone else who's been building their table, while you was building your table, you push that together. Now we feasting. Yeah. Right. We're not trying to have a family picnic on a 2-seater IKEA table. Like that's not. No, we're not doing that. Yeah. I would just feast. This is built for me. Yeah. Right. It's enough to fit 2. Right. You know, it's enough to fit 3 or 4. It can fit how many if I wanted to fit. But I would rather come together. Yeah. You know, you bring your table, I bring my table, and now we have the Thanksgiving. Let's get it.
We got a picnic table.
Yeah, definitely. At that point. Yeah. Definitely.
Now, I can feel that 100%. So, in that case, if you had to go value-wise, what does that person have to bring to the table in a relationship?
Yo, man, it's not a lot, but it's a lot. Because it's a lot. No, it's not a lot. It's not a lot, but it's a lot because it's a lot to ask of someone who doesn't want to do it. Mm-hmm. It's a lot to ask of someone who doesn't know how to do it. And in the relationship, by that point, it's not saying that they don't want to, because if you're there, most people don't know how. Yeah. You know, so when it comes to like, you know, communication, like that's really big in bringing to the table, right? Because that can resolve a lot of issues, right? You know, if you're talking about like honesty, trust, you know, loyalty, just execution, like integrity, like these type of things that are in a friendship, because the foundation of a relationship should be a friendship. So the things that are brought to the table really shouldn't be that different, except for the deeper emotional component that comes in the back of physical, right? So it's very similar to a friendship. I don't really demand more. I expect it at a higher intensity from a partner, but in a passive manner. It's weird. It's like, I don't need you to be like, look what I'm bringing. I just need you to do it.
Yeah, like you don't expect the person to do it. Like if they do it, they do it. If they don't, they don't. But you still have a standard there.
I mean, think about it. If you used to eating at certain restaurants, fine dining, and you used to shopping at certain stores and wearing high quality fabrics. Yeah. If somebody takes you to a low budget, horrible customer service restaurant and then want to take you on a shopping spree, you know, at a thrift store, there's nothing wrong. I thrift, ain't nothing wrong with it, right? Everybody, there's a thing to do, right? Sure. But if let's say a low budget thrift store, right? You're not gonna be like, ew, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
But you're gonna know like this is not the quality that I'm used to.
Yeah.
Right? So
for sure.
the standards that are set for me in regards to a friendship or relationship, like I already know, like if I step into a store or to a restaurant, you go over to Ocean Prime, or you go over to True Lux, or you walk into, you know, any type of store that sells high quality, you be like, man, this feels good. You go to Ferragamo, they're gonna pour you up some Prosecco while you look at some drivers. For sure. Right? So, you know, that's a different experience than walking into Old Navy. Yeah. You know, so seriously. I just feel that when you're used to certain things, you don't really have to feel, you just know, like, this is what I want.
Right. No, I can feel that 100%. So then, do you believe that divorces end? All right, maybe I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it.
No, you're pushing it because somebody wasn't bringing something to the table?
Yeah.
Back to the table. The only reason I keep bringing up food because we're talking about tables, but it's not a sense of food, you know, but it is. It's something that edifies you. When you like, what are you bringing to the table? It's kind of like, you know, if I'm bringing something to the table, but divorces happen because somebody was stealing stuff off the table. Yeah. But like, yo, like you got something, you leaving it in the pot. You like, yo, listen, we supposed to be putting everything here. Right. And you taking it somewhere else. Yeah. Like, so that's the problem.
Yeah. Even then, like I think about the legs of the table.
And that's true too.
Like that foundation is everything.
The foundation is everything.
So some people try to just stick to like the top of it. Forgetting the leg.
Look at this man coming with the knowledge.
I've been smoking on that good, y'all. I'm just kidding. Been
smoking on good. He coughed when he hit the hookah.
No. This is facts. I do hookah.
It's not.
Bro, I can't even smoke hookah, man. Like, you smoke hookah?
Yeah, occasionally.
Yeah, I can't. Occasionally. That's the East Coast, man. Like, bro, I can't lie. Even it's not the East Coast no more. It's everywhere. People
get a lot of hookah down here. But anyway, that's a different topic. But, you know, I think that at the end of the day, when it comes to any type of friendship, any type of interaction, you know, I look for reciprocity, but not in the same channel that I give it. You know, so if I know that I'm one type of way, I'm this type of person, I don't expect the person I'm receiving it to be that type of person. Yeah. Right? I expect some type of engagement back that equals the engagement I gave. Yeah. So it can be emotionally, it can be spiritually, it can be some type of interaction that I feel is equivalent to what I gave out. Definitely.
Gotcha.
What about you, Playboy?
So same thing, you know, if it's what you use the word reciprocity, right?
Reciprocity.
Something
new every day, people.
This is why I didn't go to, or I didn't finish college. I didn't even finish my first degree. But like, if it's reciprocated, I'm fucking with you for sure. But like,
definitely.
But like, if it's not, then I got good ties, man. Cause like, you know, we getting older, which means our energy is getting shorter.
For real.
You know, and granted, we're still young.
Losing my hair.
Yeah, I already lost mine.
You had some horrible friends. That's what happened.
Horrible friends, man.
Friends took his head.
It's really. I was about to say girls, but yeah, man. I mean, seriously, like, I mean, if anything, it's always about bringing something to the table, and then if you don't, you know what you're doing. Like, at our age, you know exactly what you're doing. Yeah. So it's like, if you doing the wrong shit, I can't rock with you.
Because people usually bank on another person's. If you're the moocher, right, and you're not the one that's bringing something to a relationship, then you're basically trying to ensure your success on the back of someone else. So you're shortchanging the relationship and just hoping that you can get the same type of results by just being around. Yeah. And that's not happening. Yeah. And that's not happening. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We too alive for that.
So bring something to the table when you mess with us. Where can people find you at, bro?
They can find me in the same place they always find me. Big Ive.361. So Alive Podcast. You can follow the page. We're there too. Sometimes I'm on his page too. Where can they find you?
Yo, so I am Alex J. Martin. That's everywhere. So Alive Podcast. Be sure to follow us, subscribe. If you like this episode, please share with a friend. We don't ask for much, but if you do, share with a friend. Recommend it. Share our page. please, like we just trying to go crazy with this. We've been building. People been viewing this, y'all. And so, we just want to take this thing to the next level.
We get a lot of people asking to come on. So he's the creative director. So if you want to be on the podcast, I'm letting him run that.
Yes.
A lot of people have been asking, if they could come on, and I think that it would add a good dynamic.
Right.
But creative director said not yet. So when we get to that point, we'll make it happen.
Well, we're doing it. So if you're interested, hit either one of us up. And we'll make the plans. We're interviewing.
Yeah.
We'll do it all.
We'll definitely.
We're
doing it, people.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Right.
It's going down.
We
It's
already
happening.
proved ourselves.
Okay, let's make it happen.
We got good content without people, so we need the best of the best. Like, don't come on our podcast talking about nothing. Like, we already got substance. We need more substance. We need to educate. We need to teach people. So don't come on our podcast just trying to promote your product, man. We don't work like that. We need to pick your brain. We need you to drop gems.
It's going to be interesting. I cannot wait to make somebody sweat on camera.
Yeah.
This is going to be great. I cannot wait. Stay tuned. We will be back. Stay tuned. So alive, baby.
So alive. More life.
Let's get it.
Let's go.